So we meet again. You remember me, don't you? I did not expect our paths to cross again so soon. Why? Why are you still in this town, human? When I first encountered you a few years ago, didn't I tell you to leave? Didn't I tell you to escape this place? You should have heeded to my warning. I will not be as foolishly kind as I was back then. How strange this all is. I definitely did not expect to see you ever again. For some reason, I was convinced that you would take my advice and flee from this place. Even stranger. I encounter you in the exact same location as before. In the middle of this eerie and disquieting forest. Just like before. It's almost too much of a coincidence. Wait. It can't be. You weren't expecting me to come here, were you? No. Really. Tell me the truth, human. It's extremely unusual for a human to ever notice and interact with me the way you did. Usually, I make myself as inconspicuous as possible in the presence of humans. And you've crossed paths with me not only once, but twice now. It's rather disconcerting. So tell me, how did you find me this time? Oh, I was not expecting this. You've been coming to this forest every night since the last time you saw me? That is pure madness. Why? Why in the world would you do such a thing? Why would you actively seek out a dangerous and vicious creature such as myself? Do you have a death wish, human? I told you, didn't I? I will not be as foolish as I was before. You must have noticed that I'm not the same person as I was back then. It's only been a few years, a span of time that might seem as minuscule as a few hours to a vampire such as myself. And yet, in this incredibly short amount of time, I've changed so much, for the worse. It's because of this town. This damned awful town. The experiences I've had here have been some of the worst in my entire life. Why don't I leave then? It's not that simple, human. And I must ask you the same thing. Why haven't you left this accursed place? What is it that's keeping you here, despite all the tragedy and violence that plagues this town? Oh, you won't tell me. Fine. It doesn't really matter to me anyway. None of this matters anymore. are you looking at me like that? What? Am I alright? Of course I am. Why should my health be of any concern to you? Oh, it's not surprising that you would ask me that. My appearance isn't the best at the moment. I must look dreadful. I feel dreadful. And I'm starving. Absolutely starving. I can't even remember the last time I fed. Now, human. You know what has to happen now, don't you? It is an extreme dishonor to members of our kind to ever descend to the level of lowly humans. And to let humans treat us as they would other humans. You have committed a grave offense. I'm sure you are already aware of that. The fact that you treated me the way you would a regular human, the fact that you developed this obsession with me, waiting night after night, searching through the woods for me, it is not something that I take lightly. It is not something that I can easily forgive. Surely, you are thinking that your madness, your obvious insanity, absolves you of your offenses. But that is not the case. I will repeat myself. Members of my kind do not take these things lightly. You should be grateful for how considerate I've been towards you until now. If I had been in a stable state of mind, I would not have let you go on living for so long. In fact, I would have murdered you the second I noticed your shadow fall upon the ground. I'm no longer a confident person. I've become a disgrace to my kind. This town has ruined me and continues to ruin me. The darkness that lingers in the air is seeping into me, poisoning my insides. I suppose I should stop boring you with my meaningless soliloquy. But now that I think about it, it wasn't until that fated night that I met you. It wasn't until then that I actually realized how I was deteriorating. A madman made me aware of my own madness. How amusing. Now, let us finally end this madness. Come closer, human. You do not want me to approach you. Come closer. Yes. Now, close your eyes. Good night, human.